What's up, Hunter? It's everyone here, back with another video. Today I'm gonna go through what a full day of eating looks like on my current bulking diet. So I've got the smoothie challenge over here. We'll get to that in a little bit. Breakfast, lunch, and then dinner. So I'm gonna show you what goes into all of these meals. I'm a little crunched for time today, so I'm not sure if this is exactly what I'll eat, but on a typical day, this is what I'm going through. And I'm also gonna put it in MyFitnessPal and get you the calories and macros for this full day of eating. All right, so typically I like to make my morning smoothie the morning or the night before because I'll wake up at 6 a.m. This smoothie makes about 2 blender bottles. So in the morning at 6 a.m., I'll drink one of those blender bottles, then I'll go to the gym, and when I get back, I'll have the second one. But when I got home last night, I realized that we were out of milk, so I couldn't even make the smoothie how I wanted to. So typically, I have 10 ounces of whole milk in the smoothie, 1 banana. This one's kind of brown, we'll use it, but typically like them to look more yellow like that. Then the company Dole makes these really nice pre-packaged mixed berries. There's strawberries, blackberries, blueberries, and raspberries in there. I'm horrible at eating fruits and vegetables throughout the day, so I find that if I can just pack a bunch into this morning smoothie, I feel a little bit better about it. So 1 banana, 1 package of the berries, and then a large handful of this spinach. I like to freeze my spinach because then it doesn't go bad as quickly. And I typically get about 4 shakes out of one of these large bags, so quite a bit of spinach in there. And then this Serious Mass Gainer vanilla flavor from Optimum Nutrition. The typical serving size is 2 heaping scoops. I just put 1 in there, and this ends up being pretty close to a 1,500 calorie smoothie. So by the time I have my post-workout shake, I've already got 1,500 calories in for the day. So I'm gonna mix this up, and then when I have it all finished, I'll show you the calories and macro breakdown for this smoothie. I almost forgot, I also crack 5 eggs into the smoothie as well. All right, so I'm going to be downing both of these for my breakfast / post-workout meal right now. I honestly love the taste of this shake, so this is perfect for me, myself, and I. If you wanna try this, just scale it back or scale it up. I don't know who you are, but you can always change the portions of this shake and all of the meals I'm having today to make it fit for you. These are just kind of ideas if you wanna try and eat similar to how I'm eating. So I plugged everything into MyFitnessPal, and for this meal, we're looking at 155 carbs, 43 grams of fat, and 106 grams of protein. MyFitnessPal says 1,427 calories. If you do the math from those macros, it's actually 1,431 calories. So we're just gonna meet in the middle, say 1,430 calories for meal number 1. During that little intro, I mentioned the smoothie challenge that I'm going to be doing. So for those that haven't been paying close enough attention to my videos, I've started doing a smoothie challenge every week. So if you want me to try your smoothie recipe, drop it down in the comments below, have your friends come watch the video and like your comment, and then I will be doing the smoothie with the most likes every week. This week, there were 3 recipes. The one that takes the cake is from my soon-to-be sister-in-law, Morgan, and her comment was a banana, chili powder, and pickles or pickle juice. So I'll probably do pickles and pickle juice. I'll definitely be mixing this one with water and not milk like the last one. But I will probably replace my lunch with this smoothie. Calorie-wise, it's not gonna be the same at all. I'm still gonna give you guys the macros of my typical lunch, but I'm a little more nervous for this one than I was the one last week that was suggested by Marin, my fiance. Marin is the only one that liked Morgan's comment. So at this point, it's not very hard to get your smoothie into my video. You just have to have your friends go like or comment. And if it gets more than one, more than likely that's the one I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna down these smoothies and then sit on it a little bit before we tackle the smoothie challenge for this week. All right, it's been about an hour since the first smoothie of the day. So now I think it's time for our smoothie challenge. So as I said before, it's gonna be pickles, a banana, and some chili powder. I want it to be cold, so I've got some ice here, and then I might toss some water in for consistency here at the end. Also, in my last video, a lot of people pointed out to me, Hunter, you're in your underwear more than you're not. And I just want to bring you guys the most raw content I can, be as authentic as I can. And anyone that's ever lived with me knows that I am more often in my boxers and nothing else than I am wearing clothes. Like if it's cold, I might throw on a hoodie and boxers, but for the most part, this is what you get. So we're gonna throw together this smoothie and give you a taste test and outline my next meal with the macros. So typically Marin uses pickle juice for our sloppy joes. Shout out to my mom for that great recipe. I think that's a sufficient amount of chili powder. Morgan, you let me know. All right, so it blended up nicely, but it's starting to separate like fairly quickly. So we're gonna give an initial taste test. It definitely tastes like, or it smells like a spicy pickle. And that's exactly what it tastes like. The banana doesn't come through at all. It just tastes like pickle juice with a kick. So, I mean, if you like pickles, it's really not that bad. Interesting. All right, so for the next meal, I typically have a pretty light lunch, light by my standards. So I like to prep rice and meat for anywhere between 2 and 4 days when I'm cooking. So right here, I have some white rice that I have pre-cooked from 2 days ago. And I typically do 400 grams of white rice when I'm cooking. So 400 grams raw rice. I cook that and then divide it into 4 even portions. And those are 4 meals for me. So when I'm having rice in a meal, it's 100 grams of raw rice. And then typically for lunch, I like to switch up my proteins. So for lunch, I'll have 8 ounces of chicken breasts. And then later I'll show you for dinner, I'll have ground hamburger. So I didn't do the macros on the shake. Pickle juice and pickles are like 5 calories a spear. Banana is like 100 calories, no calories in chili powder. So negligible on the day. Marin's FaceTiming me. Let's see what she has to say. Hello, miss. Okay, so Marin was asking if I wanted Chipotle for lunch. I said, sure. Typical lunch, white rice and chicken breast, comes out to 80 grams of carbs, 4 grams of fat, 45 grams of protein for a grand total of 575 calories. I don't always have this meal. Sometimes I'm just running out of time. Other times I don't have food made and I'm preparing for my dinner. So sometimes Marin and I will have a Chipotle bowl, which would be a few more calories than this, a little more fatty because I get guac in it. Sometimes I have a Jack's Pizza on the Pizza Pizzazz. But right now, what I'm doing has been working for me. A month ago is when I filmed the NFL Combine video and I weighed 226 pounds. Most mornings right now I'm weighing 232 pounds. So I've gained about 6 pounds in the last month, which is a pretty slow and conservative weight gain. So I know I've put on more muscle than I have fat, and it'll be a good starting point when I start to cut for the powerlifting meet in May, where I'm competing in the 220 pound weight class. So I'm gonna try and finish this here. That was really cold. All right, so if you want me to do your smoothie challenge, comment down below, have your friends come and like it, and your smoothie could be featured in the next video. I'm gonna wait for Marin to get home with Chipotle. I'm not gonna include that meal in my full day of eating because that's not a typical meal for me, but I'll be back right before I leave for work with what I plan to eat for dinner. I'm not gonna eat that in front of you guys because I'm gonna be in a break room at work, but I'll at least show you what I'm bringing and what I plan to eat while I'm on my shift. All right, so I'm getting ready to leave for work. This is typically the meal that I pack whenever I'm going to work at the hospital. So to start, we have 100 grams raw rice. So I don't know how much it weighs cooked, but we have that with 8 ounces of raw ground beef. This time I mixed, it was like 85-15 with 93-7. So I went with like about 90-10 as far as lean to fat for the ground beef. I love sauces on my meals, so I put some teriyaki sauce on the rice, and then I threw the beef on top, and then I have this Siete hot sauce, the habanero flavor from Hy-Vee, on top of the beef. So that's that. I have about a cup of whole fat cottage cheese topped with a handful of blueberries, and then 2 Kraft string cheeses, and I do chomp those like a psychopath rather than peeling them like string cheese. And I work till 11 p.m., so I typically have a Rain Total Body Fuel energy drink on the way to work. So for that meal, we're looking at 111 grams of carbs, 42 grams of fat, and 94 grams of protein for a grand total of 1,209 calories, which brings our daily total up to 245 grams of protein, which is really where I want to be, 90 grams of fat, which is relatively low, and then 347 grams of carbs for a total of 3,211 calories. Now, I fluctuate from day to day, a little over and a little under this, but on average, this is about what I'm eating, and that's what's been able to allow me to gain about 6 pounds in the last month. So yeah, let me know what you think of my diet. Go down, comment below, like the video. Let's try and get this video to 30 likes. I don't think I've done that since my very first video came out. So let's try and get this one to 30 likes. Subscribe and turn on those post notifications so you can see whenever I'm uploading new videos, and we'll see you in the next one.